Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Uttam Chaudhary and you have started to watch my channel Excel to Excellence. Now in the series of Excel Quick Buys, today we are going to learn something about data table. This is a feature in Excel which actually can create lot of references, and you can it's more of a array based formula which is created using data table. But in this case, we are going to show if you were to take a loan from a bank, and if bank has to refer, say, what is the different, in what is the different rate of interest, it would give you, the loan of various amount, and what would be the EMI for various years. So if you take it for 5 years, what would be the EMI for 6 years? So that'll be something that you can create the whole lot of table, and you should be able to figure out as soon as, if you're a banker, you should be able to tell your customer, okay, if you are taking a loan of certain amount, what is the EMI? And you can just do that in just flick of a second. So before we start doing that, please do like and subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon so that as soon as I upload any new video, you get the notification immediately. Thank you so much. Now, before we continue, let's understand the sheet a little bit. So what I've done is I have shown here the loan amount, the rate of interest, and the number of EMIs, as in the number of years you would pay or the count of EMIs. Now I would like to really calculate what is the EMI that would come in. So let me first calculate, and then I will show you what really these things are and what is the reference that you can create, which I was talking about. So I would just go here and create something on the EMI using the formula PMT. Now I would say we use rate of interest. So a rate of interest is it's a yearly rate of interest given. So let me divide that by 12. Then the number of EMIs, or the number of payments that you would do, and then what is the present value in here. So after doing that, I would go ahead and create the EMI. Well, the EMI, as I've told in the previous videos, the EMI is normally calculated in negative, but I would make it positive for your reference. So I say I add a minus here. So this tells you that what is the EMI amount. Now, say for example, you are a banker, and there's a lot of customer that will come to you asking for various amount of loans, and you do run various schemes in which you give loans to people based on their credit ratings, that what percentage they would qualify for, and based on which you would give them loan on various percentage. So you would want to draw a complete chart to say, okay, if somebody is coming into me asking for a loan of, say, $200,000, and his credit rating says he's okay to be given interest rate of 6%, what would be his EMI? If it's talking 60 days, 60 months of payment, which is 5 years, right? So let's create all this reference data for anybody who comes, and you should be able to give them the value right then. So what I've done is, in this table, I've taken the reference of $1 million, but I'm starting in the table reference as 100,000. So let me go ahead and first select this EMI amount, and I would go drag all the way till here, and then I would take it all the way till right, and we'll go all the way till 13%. That's the maximum I can, as a banker, I can take interest, yeah, from any customer. the bank should be able to take interest only to the maximum of 13% and to the minimum of 5%. And any customer falling in between these ranges would be based on their credit rating. So what I would do is I would go ahead and go to Data tab, and then under that what if analysis, and go to Data table. Under Data table, what do you really want me to select here? So what should I really select is based on what I have in the row. So in the row, I am showing the interest rate. So which means I would select the interest rate from here. And in the column, which is this here, in the column, I'm selecting the loan amount. So I would go ahead and select the loan amount, and I would say, boom, and it creates the reference for all the various amount for various interest rate. So say if a customer comes and say for 60 months, I would want to take a loan of $300,000 at an interest rate of 6.5%. And then say, hey, your EMI would turn out to be $5,869.84. Now somebody can come back and say, well, not for 60 months, like 5 years, I would want to go for say 7 years, which is 84 months. So I can go ahead and select 84 months, and you would see the data gets changed immediately. So it would now tell you the data for, for all of these various amount as what is the EMI that you would want. Now, say for example, mm, somebody comes back and tells you that he doesn't want a round figure of say 700,000. There's something that he wants like $730,000 at an interest rate of 7.5. So what you can do is you can just for a moment you can just go and change this to $730,000, and you will see that the amount has automatically been updated to 11,196.94 for 84 EMIs at an interest rate of 11.5%. Sorry, at an interest rate of wherever you have selected. So if you have selected at this, so 7.5%, and you give him a loan of 730,000 for 84 EMIs. He says, okay, 7.5% at so my EMI becomes 11,196. Let me go for 60 months, which is 5 years. So just remember this amount, 11,196, and if I change this to say 60 months, so for this it becomes 14,627. So you can actually serve your customer just right there so easily by just able to kind of create this table reference. So anybody who comes for, so you have three variables here. You have amount as a variable, you have a rate of interest as a variable, and also using the drop down I was able to create multiple the number of EMIs or the number of years. So practically, I have actually created this reference table for all the three criterias, which is the loan amount, the interest rate, and the number of EMIs. So this is all variable. All in all, everything is variable here. You can select whatever you want and create the reference for whatever different percentage the credit rating of a customer gets to, and for whatever amount he is looking to. So this is the way you can, and say for example, if the credit rating of a customer says he should be at 7.75% or say 7.8%, you can very well for a moment change this to 7.8%, and you would see the data gets updated right there. So you really don't need to bother too much if the number comes in some broken, percentage or some fractional percentage which is not mentioned in this table. You can obviously go ahead and change this value, and automatically your EMI gets calculated, right? So this was damn easy, and I have frozen this field here. So in case if somebody wants to do a reference by going up and down, is still able to do that, and without changing the, we can keep referring the rate of interest versus the loan amount. Yeah. So this was done in such a quick speed. Now, quickly, let's take a look at what really the formula got generated. Now, if you look on the top, the formula is the table which has got generated. But what it is also doing is, if you see in the formula, there are curly braces in which the formula is, which means that this is an array formula, and if you try to delete something from in between, it will not allow you to do any deletion. It will allow you to change the source number, but this is pretty much the data array which Excel will not allow you to delete. If you need to do a deletion, you have to delete everything together. Yeah. So I hope this video was pretty helpful. This is good for all the people who are into financial area, especially into banking, and they are into the department of giving out loans. So I guess this sheet would be a quick reference for them to look at what EMIs would turn out for people who would avail various amount of loan at various rate of interest for various years. Yeah. So this should come really handy. So I hope this video was useful. Do like and subscribe my channel. Send your comments and let me know how you felt about it. Also do click on notification button, the bell icon, so that as soon as I drop any new video, you get the notification immediately. And do let me know in the comments that what all other topics would you like me to cover, so that I'll be more than happy to really create that video for you. Thank you so much.